Hello, everyone. On this whole coalition thing, sometimes when I talk, I'm very biased or I sound biased, or maybe people think I'm biased because I'm a supporter of Mr. Peter Obi. And so sometimes if I just look at it, I wish I wasn't even his supporter, so that when I talk, you see that, oh, she's not a supporter, but this is what she's saying. I've been saying this thing in different meetings, different conversation, but I don't think I've really put it out here like this. And I'm going to do that. It's on the issue of this coalition and looking at who the candidate is going to be. In in 2014, I think October or November, I think around October 2014, I did a tweet and I said that there's no way Buhari is going to win the election. I was having a back and forth with someone. And for me, I was like, Buhari, first of all, I'd never voted, all the time that Buhari had run for election, I never wanted him, I never voted for him, but I ended up voting for him in 2015. And I'll give you a reason to know. This video might end up being a very long video anyways. And in 2014, I was like, especially after that whole 2011 election, when that riot erupted, I never felt that Buhari was the one who started the riot. Some people said no. But I felt that he could have said something. He could have said a word. Immediately he started, said, stop. Just the way Peter Obi, spoke to people and said, let's go to the court, let's do this. That's always how I felt. Even though today some people blame Peter Obi. Buhari that went to the street that 2011, he didn't, he got to the street, that people went on the street and what came out of it. And so I always felt he did it. But in 2014, that was the worst Nigeria have ever had in terms of leadership. Things were very expensive. I know now, yeah, when you look at it, they don't look expensive again because of how expensive they are now. Just like when you look at things, how things that were expensive during Buhari, they are no longer expensive because they are 3 times, 4 times more expensive than they were then. And so when that whole things were expensive, the killings, the insecurity, that was the first time we've had insecurity to that level. Towns were being taken away. Boko Haram were taking over local governments. They were flying their flag, doing all sorts of things. And the president wasn't bothered. His media aides were busy abusing people left, right, and center. You had a lot of these, gadgets who were put on farm trolls. That was the first time we had issue of farm trolls. People being paid to just be attacking people. You see them, they sit down, you do a tweet, they go after you. Now from them, these APC people learn. And so with all of that was going on, citizens were angry, just almost like where we are today. And that's the reason why I know that if we do nothing, this will keep getting worse and worse and worse. And so while all of that was going on, APC started coming. APC, will it be, will it not be, all of those insults, whatever, just like the way ADC is coming now. And so in December 2014, when they did their primaries and Buhari emerged, for me it was one of the most shocking things. How can Buhari emerge? How, where, when? See Atiku there. I even said, even if you don't want Atiku, see Oshomole, see Amechi, see whatever. That was what I said in that 2014. But now, all of those people, Nigeria. So I'm like, why? Like, oh gosh. I remember some of the message. I even had to tweet to someone. I said, why? Why is it that this person was the one that was voted? Buhari, why didn't they choose Atiku or any other this thing? But almost a decade later, or over a decade later, I now understand why they chose Buhari. It was because of his 12 million votes, in quotes. He had supporters, he had a base, he had a cult-like followership that was not transferable. And APC knew that they needed those votes for them to be able to defeat, Jonathan. Many people look at it because Nigerians, so let me go back in. I told you this video might be very long. Because there are a lot of Nigerians who believe that, everything was okay in 2014, and Jonathan was such a Democrat, he allowed everything. I'm like, Jonathan, Democrat? How? Jonathan that was attacking opposition like that. Took security away from a sitting governor, refused governor to fly, refused governors to enter town, arrested people. Lai Mohammed and co were arrested for loitering. DSS was all over the place. They were carrying newspaper from newsstand. They were attacking opposition office. They were attacking newspaper. That's the people you people. No, Nigeria. You people, sometimes the suffering you suffer, you deserve it because of the way you behave. But anyway, so people had to fight for that democracy. Even APC did not believe they were going to win that election. APC too were afraid. It was citizens. Most of you have forgotten. I remember leading the protest to INEC in February when they wanted to postpone election. Policeman like this carry gun say he wan shoot us. Me say, oh yeah, go ahead. I even did a tweet. I even did a video where I was saying to Nigerians that, look, if I don't make it, you people should continue. That's why I just die. And my family for there, they suffer. Nigerians would have moved on. So all of that, because I remember, I think I was speaking to there was someone that was doing countdown, and then all of a sudden she changed the message. I said, like, why did you change the message? That some of those APC people, they say the election might not happen. I said election might not happen, they are okay with it. It was citizens that fought for that election. That APC win you see 20, it was citizens, especially in the northern part of the country. They stood. I remember Bauchi, one boy was killed. They protected their vote. They wanted to rig the election, wanted to upturn the vote. People stood. But because no, if people remove Jonathan was the best thing after Jalafra. That's why you're not learning lessons from there and seeing the similarities. I see the similarities. That's why I'm not bothered. All these things are happening. We've seen them before. Just take a mirror back to what happened 2014, 2015. That's more or less the same thing. But where am I coming to? It's for the fact that they chose Buhari because of those votes. Now, this coalition that we have, coalition, this coalition, that, let me tell you something. There's one man that has votes locked down, and those votes are not transferable. And that man is Mr. Peter Obi. That's why when I talk, it will be as if, it's because I support him. It's not because I support him. If there's one thing any of you know me about, it's about me being very objective. Sometimes my husband will say, I bet coach, or you are too objective. Everything you do, it's not every time you do objective. My mom will say in my court, nobody wins. I say things the way they are, the way I see them. That's how I'm going to say it. If it comes out, it's not that way, I'll come out and tell you again. That's why if I talk one thing, I don't have to remember it, because if I'm going to talk it again, I will talk it the way I saw it, and it will be. So it's not something like, let me please this person, let me please that person. That's why sometimes I'll talk, please you. Tomorrow if you please you, it is what it is. On this coalition thing, you say why Peter Obi is the choice. First of all, he's the only one who has votes attached to him. As a size, it will not be saying, my view they say. Most of the other people have votes attached to the party. There were two people in Nigeria had voting bloc, almost court-like voting bloc attached to them. Buhari and Mr. Peter Obi. Peter Obi from 2023. Buhari has had his own since 2003. Peter Obi from 2022. Buhari is late now, and that also has affected APC a lot. I'm going to affect it as we go on. That bloc is leaderless. It's just there. So the other person who has block is Mr. Peter Obi. His vote is locked down for him. That if you now put your own power and add the other ones, we bring. Beyond that also, there is one person currently in Nigeria that if he's going to run for presidency, we motivate people to come out to vote. That person is still Mr. Peter Obi. Because what you need is that you need people to be motivated. And now, what now happens is going to be a symbiotic relationship where they need each other both. Where by the time Peter Obi stands, the coalition stands with him, with all of it will now give people morale to say, yes, there is that chance. And that will make people to really come out. And when they come out, they're going to protect their votes. Because what you don't want is to have a disillusioned electorate that will say, there's no need to come out. Even if you come out, they will win. And they will stay at home. Because the moment there's voter apathy, it is the incumbent that will take it. On the issue of Atiku will come, Atiku. Let me tell you something. The South, most people in the South, most people have spoken, most people have seen. They vow that if Atiku comes out, they will vote for continuity. That it cannot be that the North only knows bad governance when their own is not around, in government. When a Northerner is in government, it's okay. But in short, protest is even haram. But the moment a Southerner is in government, they now know that. And a lot of people from the South are saying that if the North can give Nigeria 8 years of Buhari's disaster, then the South can also give Nigeria 8 years of Tinubu's disaster. And so let everybody kukuma suffer. There is that sentiment. Because indeed, whether you like it or not, let the South finish its this thing. And for those who are like, I've seen people who are like, oh, they're concerned about the fact that whether Peter Obi is going to stick with the 4 years arrangement, blah, blah, blah. I'll talk about the Jonathan part also. See, if Peter Obi comes in, Peter Obi is beyond saying it inside rooms. And I'll tell you something. Peter Obi has been saying this thing way before this time. Since 2022 election, when he was campaigning for the 2023 election, that's when he said he's going to do only one term. He has always said that. And now, beyond the fact that he said it inside room with one player, or he said it just interview, he has written it out in his Twitter. That's like a contract. If Peter Obi enters, and then by 2031, he says that he now wants to run for election again, all of us go gather say, guy, no way, leave. It is the time for the North. Since we have this gentlemanly or lady-like arrangement, not we do 8 years, this one we do. It is time for the North. Then you come. You can come after him then. But you see this thing that he's doing, people should be ready there. If you want to face 8 years of Tinubu's disaster, continue on that part of not giving it away. It's not about saying, oh, he's deserving or he thinks he has. No. It is about being pragmatic. Who is it that can get the people out? Who is it that have some lockdown votes? Who is it that can motivate people? Who is it that has a likability? Who is it that the people trust? Which politician is it right now that is running for office that the people trust enough to say, if we put this person in, we do. Every other person, people don't trust them. There's distrust. So you have to look at those angles. Then on the issue of, what do you call him now? Former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan coming. I laugh in a circle. People will just, in short, it's more or less a way of saying, oh, Tinubu, no need. Because this time, Tinubu will not even need to rig election. Yeah, he will not even need to rig election. So at the end of the day, it's about us. It's either we do the needful, or the needful will do us. Whatever it is that we want to, it is there staring us at the front. So let's make the choice. It's not for me. All this I have said, it's not because I support Peter Obi. If there was another person that it wasn't him, I would say it. Because at the end of the day, politics has nothing to do with emotions. It's about being pragmatic, data, read the room.